the writing tips that I've had were there are really three things you need to do if you want to write. One is you can attend workshops, which you can do at the South Coast Writers Centre. Number two is to read, and certainly attending book launches for other writers, particularly not only but those that are in your genre, and reading those books really does help. But the third thing is, if you want to be a writer, you need to write. And again, the South Coast Writers Centre can help with that, because you can come along to groups where you sit and write. But my biggest tip, I suppose, is just write, no matter what your head's saying about how bad the writing is. Because if you want to make gold, you've got to have the clay to do it. That doesn't quite work as an analogy, I know, but you've got to do the work. You've got to get the words on the page, and they might not sparkle in the first place. Sometimes I think of writing as a bit like a jewel. You know, when we look for a jewel, we have to go through all the mud and everything that surrounds it. So writing is a bit like that. It's putting all that on a page, and then you come to the editing phase where you fine tune it and you hone it and you make it sparkle, and that's really many ways the delight of writing. I've called myself a bit of a butterfly writer because I tend to flit a bit from one to the other. It's not the recommended way to do it. A lot of people say you should really kind of stick to one form and to one project, but I do tend to flit a bit. And essentially, it really is about making the time, making yourself sit down, making yourself do the work when you don't really feel like it. I mean, it's one thing to do it when your ideas are buzzing and you're at that early stage of writing and it's exciting and you can't write as quickly as your ideas are coming. But then often there comes a stage where you've just got to make yourself sit down for whatever period of time and just do the work. One of the things that I find really important is to give myself permission to invest in myself. Sometimes that can mean paying for a workshop, but if you can't afford that, then investing the time in yourself, because writing is a really valuable and a really important thing to do. I don't know what my life would be like if I didn't write. So giving yourself permission to invest in yourself and to value what you do is really important.